Hi, this is Bonnie Asif, and I am making this short video about how to use NetRef. NetRef is a program that is provided by the district that will allow teachers and Elevate coaches to see what students are doing on their Chromebooks. You can log on to NetRef from ClassLink, and you will find the NetRef app. When you open it up, the first time it may ask you to enter your email and your password. Otherwise, you can sign in from our SSO, which is ClassLink. You can also sign in with Google and use your Google password and log in. When you first open NetRef, you will see at the top it says teacher, and then you'll see your name. For this, I'm just using a fake screen with fake students so that we don't invade anyone's privacy. On the left-hand side, you will see the classes that you are associated with. You can also see all of the students in your class, and they are usually arranged alphabetically by first name. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see several buttons or icons that you will use to help you navigate through the program. Okay, so the first thing you'll see here is that you can see what each student is doing on their Chromebook. If they are logged into the Chromebook, there will be a green, blue, or orange dot beside their names. All of these students have a green dot. That means that all of them are logged on to their Chromebooks. You can also see exactly what they're working on. So this first student here is on Khan Academy. However, this student is on YouTube. This one is on Instagram. That might not be sites that you want your students to be on. So this will allow you to see exactly what they're on, and it will allow you to stop students from being on unwanted sites, or it will allow you to make sure that students are on the site you want them to be on. In order to see what individual students are on and how to either make them turn it off and get onto the right tabs, or to make sure that they are in the right place, there are several things you can do. The first thing you'll do is you'll see here that each of the students, it will show you what they're on. And you can click on an individual student's box, and that will bring up icons that will help you to either block sites for them or allow sites for that student. You can also go over here to the very bottom on the right-hand side, and there will be a button that says Screens or Tabs. If it allows you to turn off the screen, then what you will see are the names of the open tabs. And this is sometimes very helpful if you're trying to create or add to your allow list or your block list. So you can go back and forth between the actual screen pictures or just the tabs, the names of the sites showing. Now let's suppose that Aaron, this first box here that's highlighted in red, is on a site that you want to get him off of. You can click on the middle of the box on the screen, and it will bring up this here with the 4 icons surrounding the circle with the eye in it. The check mark with the green box means that the internet is turned on and he can get to all sites. If you were to pick the X, that would block all internet. He wouldn't be able to get on the internet at all. The clipboard with the exclamation point would allow him to not go on any sites that you have on your block list. And the check mark inside the clipboard would allow him to only go to sites that are on your allow list. You can also click on the small magnifying glass here in the corner, and that will bring up the screen a little bit bigger so you can see exactly what the students are looking at. Right, if you go all the way over to the side where the icons are, you'll see one that looks like the world or a globe. If you click on that, then you will see that you have an allow list that comes up first, and this will be orange. And under this, you can add in any sites that you want to always allow. So, for example, you might want to make sure you add Google Classroom. If you use Canva or other sites like that quite often, you can put any sites that you use often for classwork and that you know are safe on this list. You can also click on this button up here and it will change and turn to a dark blue, and that will give you a block list. And on the block list, you can add any sites that you don't want your students to go to. This could be gaming sites, YouTube, HBO, Netflix, things like that. In order to add new sites to the allow list or the block list, you'll see the box up here at the top of the screen that says URL and display name. You will simply type in the URL. For example, you could type in www.readtheory.org, and then for the display name, you would put Read Theory, and then you're going to click on the plus mark. This will allow that website to be used by any students who are in your classes. The same works for the block list. You just click on the button here. It will move to the left and turn blue. You type in the URL of the site that you want to block. You put a display name and you hit the plus button. And this will allow you to block any sites as well. You can also navigate down to the bottom of the right-hand side of the screen. There's a plus sign. If you click on the plus sign, it will bring up a window that looks like this here. And you have several options here. The first one is that you can send messages to your students. You'll see that there's a filter box and then the list of all the students in your class. If you would like to send the same message to all of your students, simply click the top box beside where it says filter, and it will highlight everyone. If you only want to send a message to individual or a few students, you can simply click beside the child's name, and it will highlight them. Once you've done that, go down to the bottom. There's a box at the bottom where you enter your message. You type in what you want to say to your students, and then click the green Send Message button. You can also push a site to students. If you want everyone in your class to go to the same site, then you can go to this tab, go to the second one, which says Open Sites. Choose either the entire class again by clicking on the first button beside Filter, or choose individual students. At the bottom, you will type in the website that you want them to go to, and then you will click on the Push Site button. This will make sure that all of the students who are chosen will have to go to the exact same site. Another useful feature that you will see here is this final one that says Limit Tabs. Again, you're going to want to choose either your entire class by clicking the first button for the filter, or individual students. Then if you come down to the bottom left, you're going to see a box that says Tab Limit. You can put a limit on the number of tabs your students can have open from 1 to 9. The tab limit is very useful if students are doing a test or perhaps are using Google Forms. This will stop them from being able to open any other tabs above the number that you have set. So for example, if you set 2 tabs, they might can open ClassLink and then they can open Google Forms. If they tried to open a third tab, it will not allow them to do so until you go back in and reset this limit tabs to 0. And you can see down at the bottom it says to limit tab, remove tab limit. So once you are finished with the assignment, you have to make sure that you remember to go back in and remove the tab limit so that students can go back to using their devices freely.